Well, hello everybody, it's Bella here from Rach and Bella Crafts in her crafty studio. And as you can see, I'm going to work on this little pink journal. And I don't know whether you've guessed or you can see or tell, I did have to cut it down because it was out there, it was huge. So I have trimmed it and made it the size that I've wanted. And I've stitched everything whilst I've been sitting here trying to decide how big a spine I wanted, and I've come up with that so far. The only problem is I'm not sure whether I'm going to have one or two signatures, so this is going to be trial and error. It's just going to be muddling along as we go, and we'll see how this turns out. So I've got to make sure I keep this the correct way now. So this flap has got to stay on that side. All right, so this is the front and this is the back one. I have stitched, as you can see. You're a bit higher today, so I can't see quite as well because she was so big, so I'm not quite sure what I'm doing at the moment, whether I'm in frame or not. So we'll just carry on. As long as I stay on my pink mat, I think we'll be okay. All right, so let's glue this one down for start off. And what I've done, I've put both my other glue bottle I poured into this one. I don't know why I had two on the go, but I did. So I thought, well, at least we'll have plenty in here and we shouldn't run out. All right, so all the stitching is done. I'm not going to collage. I'm just going to glue this straight down, and we shall see how this turns out, and then we can be fussing it along as we go. I have made up two signatures, which I'll show you in a moment, and I'm still trying to work out in my mind whether or not it's going to be too chunky. So I haven't done this kind of thing before. I mean, I've made the wraparound ones, but they've usually had a wide spine on it, so I seem to be going with the narrow spines at the moment, don't I? Now I'm going to watch this because it oozes everywhere. So here we go. Oops. Let's line that up without getting my head in the camera. I think that's okay. You do get a chance to wiggle it about a bit. So I've tried out another new stitch. I don't know whether you can see the stitch on there or not. Sorry. Here. And I'm trying all my new stitches out. I've used this one quite often. It's a zigzag, but it's got like a stitch in the zigzag. So that's quite a pretty one, that one. Let me just make sure this is all stuck down with my, which I seem to have put away. So here we go. Let me just get this. Make sure she's all glued nicely. Lifting up a little bit there, so I think we'll correct that. Perhaps I was a bit sparing with that bit. Well, I hope you're all well. I've had a funny day today because I had a visitor most of the day, so I've been waiting to come up and make a start on this, ready for Wednesday, which will be tomorrow. And not only that, my upload on my phone, you know, when I'm uploading these videos, it's just taking forever, and I just don't know what time of day is the best to so I'm gonna have to sort out my Wi-Fi, I think, or our Wi-Fi, because it's just absolutely dreadful. And it doesn't matter whether I do a short one, a long one, or what, but I do think when it's over 30 minutes it does take a bit longer. So I'm going to keep this one fairly short this evening, because it's getting on now, and we've been shopping as well today, so had really quite a busy day today, but that's the way it goes. And of course I'm using this glue and I probably won't sleep tonight, so, but I am tired, so I probably will. Right, let's make sure I get it up the right way for a start off. And I want to center this because in case I put lace anywhere. So that's those on. And I think I've put the book away now. If you hang on a sec, I'll just run over and get the book. I've got it. Here it is. Sorry, I meant to do this earlier. And it's out, these pages are out of this lovely, beautiful book. So that's where I've been getting these lovely pages from. Isn't it stunning? Look at that one. So that's the name of the book, A Victorian, and I got it from a charity shop, £1.50. So she's beautiful, and her name is Jane Greenough. Quite old, I think. It's not vintage, but it's you know, it's not a new book, not by the look of it. So there we are. I know this is looking a little bit plain at the moment, but what I plan to do, and I was just trying to work out whether I wanted, because after I stitched around here, I remembered that I was going to put this on, and I thought I was going to actually put it that way originally, but it's now hiding all the stitching. Does it matter? I don't know, because that one's going on the bottom, and so I don't think it matters really, does it? The stitching is there. I could actually do some stitching down there, but I don't want to get my machine back out, so I'll show you what I'm going to do with that in a moment. So I'm just thinking I need actually to put the next piece on, which is this. So if I fold it over like so, and I'm going to put that there, and I'm just wondering whether I ought to trim that the same, because that's going to be coming around there. Is it going to matter, do you think? I'm winging this tonight, aren't I? But that needs to be a bit, I need to take a bit more off there as well. Because what happened when I measured it, it was actually to there, look. And now I've put this bit of a spine on it. So just hang with me a minute while I go and get my, let me pop that cap on, because I'm wasting a lot of alright, so let's just trim it off a little bit, and I might have to trim off the other piece as well. So I was just thinking then, how far do we need to go? I think I need to go to where this line is here, don't you? Let me just move my, it's very dark in here now, isn't it? So I may or may not post this, depending how it looks. This has got smaller and smaller as a screen. There we are, that one will do. I'll be fine. And if I take a little bit off this one, I don't know whether you can see what I'm doing now, but I'm going to do the same thing, take as much off that one for the inside. All right? And they should be okay then. Get rid of the rubbish. Let me just check now before I get rid of the, yes, that's fine, that one. There we go. Thank you for bearing with me. So that's going to, I keep thinking that's something on there, but you know what it is? It's his button look on his jacket. There's no mark on the, it's his button on his dress coat. What a scream. So that's going here. Let me just check you're in, yeah, you're in frame. So that'll be fine there. I'm just wondering whether or not, yeah, I think I'm going to have to, although that, no, that's not, because that's going to be inside with these. I'll show you those in a moment. So I think what we'll do now is do the front. So I'm going to put that one on there, and I'm not inking, as I said, but I think that one really needs to be trimmed a little bit. So we'll use our scissors for that. I can cut a straight line, that is. And that's better. I know I'm being too fussy now, aren't I? But never mind. It's got to be right. Let's see if I can do this now without getting it all over my fingers. I could have used the glue stick actually. Might have been better. But I thought this would be quicker, so we'll see. There we are. And as I say, you can manipulate this a little bit. So I want the stitching to show. And I'll have the lace down there, so I'm not going to worry too much about the bottom bit. Yeah, I think that's fine. Let's get rid of all the excess glue. All right. Put a little bit down there. Oh, I tell you what, I was watching Cheryl's, she did a tour of her room, her craft room, Cheryl Tafalis, and I tell you what, it is the most beautiful craft room I have ever seen. You did a wonderful video, Cheryl, and I tell you what, she's a talented lady. She really is a talented lady. And she hasn't been well, and yet she just keeps going. Nothing stops her. Well done, Cheryl. I'm in love with your craft room. You can come and design mine. Mine needs a revamp, actually. It's, everything's away, but I just don't know where anything is. You know, it's when we moved, I put everything in what I thought was the right place, but with having all my shop stuff in my dining room downstairs, you won't believe what my dining room looks like, honestly. You know, when I do the orders for our Etsy shop, and so I've got fabrics down there, I've got lace down there, I've got everything down there, all the packaging. And, oh, what do you think of that? That looks nice, doesn't it? That came together. So that, let me just open it like that. So that's what that's like. All right. And that one there is Ruby and Pearl. And so is this. This is Ruby and Pearls. So I think I'm going to glue that on there. And then that will be done. Okay. So I wonder if we ought to use the glue stick. Should we try this? Says she, and she's lost her book again. Oh, here it is. I've got it. I've got it. Okay. My poor hubby's waiting for me to go back down. We're waiting to watch a film. I don't know what we're going to watch, mind you. We can't abide these films that's got the 4-letter word in, well, and the other language, but that one in particular. It just seems to go round and round and round in your head afterwards, and I don't like that. Why do they need to do that, you think? So immature. Right, I hope my head's not in the way. Well, actually, that did go down quite well. So maybe that would have been the way to go. But of course, this is 80 GSM paper. This one, and that did go down very nicely, actually. And I think this one is 120, or it might be the 80. I'm not sure. But that did go down nicely, so I could have done the same with that. And then you don't get all the shiny bits then from the, yeah, that's fine. So what I'm putting inside are these. Aren't they beautiful papers out of that book? I think I've made a boo-boo. Because I've put this line down here now, look. Well, we're just going to have to lose a bit of this. I'm not going to worry about it because you know, you're just going to worry about things all the time, aren't you, otherwise? So what I'll do, I won't worry about that, because I probably will be putting lace down there anyway. But I've got to concentrate on where this spine is going to be here. So it could go just a little bit, I think. I'm going to air more this side because we may put something over the spine anyway. So let's just do that. Let's just, I wonder what the this glue would be like on this paper. I don't know. And this book isn't big enough for it anyway, so. Oh, I tell you what I got. I've been trying to get my my printer to work properly. It's a new printer too, so it should be working properly, but I do get a bit of trouble with it, so I'm a bit disappointed. And it's an HP. So I'm going to try this, and hopefully it'll work. I'll have to do it quickly because it'll dry. It's been quite warm here today. Yeah, you can tell because it's really messy. Tell when things are warming up, can't you? Oh, let me turn that round. And I'm hoping this will glue it. Now, let's see. See if I can get this right, shall we? Now we were going to air this side, weren't we? So that's the line there. So I can come over a little bit, up a little bit, and that will do. There we are. That has it glued really well, but doesn't matter. I can put more glue on there. The art glitter glue might go around there better anyway. So that's it. Let's try the art glitter glue. It's because it's shiny paper, you see. Doesn't want to stick. We're going to have to go back to the 3-in-1, I think. Let me just hold it a minute. Have you ever used this shiny paper? Any ideas, anybody? I don't tend to use shiny paper, but I thought this was going to be more of a junk journal than anything else. And if you put a pocket on there or anything, it's that side's lovely. I should have carried on with the 3-in-1, shouldn't I? And I should have done that one first, because that's the back. Right, we'll go back to the 3-in-1 then. See what happens now. I've got it all over my fingers again, and it did take off the skin off my fingers. Never mind, we got to suffer for our art, haven't we? That's what they say anyway. All right, let's try this then. Yeah, so we've done our shopping today, so everything's gone up though. We've noticed the difference. We've shopping Waitrose. I don't know whether any of you ever heard of Waitrose abroad, but it's a posh shop, and my husband likes to shop there because he goes shopping. He in the lockdowns and that, and when things were getting a bit better, he was doing all the shopping because I've got asthma. I didn't want a chance going out. So he was doing all the shopping for me. So he absolutely loves going to Waitrose. So he carried on doing the shopping. But I did go with him today. I did venture out. So I've been out quite a few days this week. And that's messy. Right, let's see now. I've got it the right way for a start. Move it over a fraction. And let's try and get it right the first time. Ooh, I think we're okay. Well, why didn't I do that on the other one? Well, 3-in-1 it is then. That did buckle a bit, but this one's gone down beautifully. So there you go, now you know. 3-in-1, or Fabri-Tac as they say. One of my ladies said she loves Fabri-Tac, and she felt sorry for me with the skin coming off, but it grows. Doesn't stay off forever, does it? You know, I'm disappointed with that now. Silly girl. I wonder why it buckled like that. Very odd. It's a good job this is 2 layers actually, because that side's fine. So there we are, that's the cover. All right. And then I've been trying to think what to do here, and I think I've just decided a moment ago that I was going to go ahead with that, and then put this over the top. So it'll be the 3-in-1, I think. What say you? Isn't this lovely? That's beautiful. I love that. And I didn't have enough. Otherwise I would have put that on there. But there wasn't enough of that. So, right, I can put the cap back on this because it was being misbehaving tonight. So that can go down there. And we shall now put the lace on. So she's coming together. She's coming together. I'm quite pleased. And then I'll show you the signatures before we finish. I think everything is glued on enough. I would have stitched right the way through. And actually, the front I could have done, because then I could have covered it with the inside. But it really doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So where am I going? How far across am I going? So we're going to go here. I'm going to well glue it there. And about there, I think. Let's see what mess I can make of this now. Isn't her dress beautiful? So we've got some pretties to look at. I think that's enough, don't you? Let's try that. Oh, hang on, it's all oozing out. This is not my favourite glue, but it doesn't matter. There. First time. Excellent. I'm being gentle. Pretty, isn't it, the lace? Beautiful lace. I think this lace, I'm pretty sure, is out of all the beautiful lace that my Rachel gave me. By my Rachel, I mean my daughter from Rachel Bella Crafts. From her, she says they're antique, but I'm not sure this is antique. So I'm not quite sure, but it was in with the bundle that she managed to get hold of. I'm trying not to touch it with my fingers. Is that straight? Well, it doesn't look too bad, does it? Well, I turned it round so I could put some down here. it's really dark here now, so it's 9:30 in the evening here in Wales, and we've had a lovely day, but it is dark now. So, well, not, it's darkish. It's not completely dark. Right, let's just, I'm wondering whether I ought to just, no, I'm going to have to cut that end off. Otherwise I won't be able to put the others on, will I? Well, that was painless. I'm going to keep that a little bit, for sure. I think that's okay. I think that's working. So let's make sure now that I put the right, can you see? Yep. Yeah, that tickled me about the button. I've been going like this all day. There we are. Now, the only thing I thought of with this, you know, when you want to stand something up on your shelf, sometimes when they hang down, that can be a problem. So how far up shall I put it? It does look nice when it's hanging down. Actually, you could just lie it on a coffee table, couldn't you? What do you think about there? Oh, I think she looks lovely. There we are. Now, let's see if I can do a really good job of this now. So I'm going to slide this along. I hope I'm in frame. I'm going to do a bit at a time. There we are, some on there. Let's try that, shall we? Now that's the right way. Oh, no, maybe it isn't. Gosh. Now there was some funny bits. I think that's okay. You can't really tell, can you? Well, that went down nicely, I must say. So if the rest goes down as nicely as that, we'll be all right. Ooh, look. Sorry, my glue's dripping everywhere. Oh dear. It's been one of those weeks. It's been a hard week this week. We've had a bit of illness in the family. And it's been a bit of a worry, so we're still not out of the woods yet, but we're getting there quietly. Messes with your head though, doesn't it? Right, now we're going to do this all in one go. Let's see. Ooh. Well, if the rest goes down as nicely as the first one did, I hope my head's not in the way. Let's see. Hey, maybe that's a little bit down too far, that one. Will we slope in, do you think? Let's turn it that way a minute. How does that look? Does that look okay to you? that's where it's going to hinge. Oops. I don't like this glue. I gotta be honest. It's doing my head in. Does the job though, doesn't it? Now I don't know how that flower there is going to... Oh, it's okay. I think we're okay. I think we're going to be fine on there. Gosh, what a mess. I'm going to flick it off again. Look, and this is button. Oh dear. I'm losing the plot. Well, that's bending nicely there. I've forgotten to do something. It's because I put my plate up here. My lovely plate. And what I was supposed to have done was this. Oh, I'm kicking myself. I wonder if I can get it up. Woohoo! We're all right. We're all right. That one's going that way, so that can go that way. That's what I plan to do. So let's do it quickly because I don't want to spoil it. Sorry about that. It is late and I'm tired and I'm not concentrating properly. But as I say, there's nothing that can't be fixed if you've got the patience and the energy to do that. It's only glue and paper, isn't it? Yes. Right. Nearly at the end now. So let's see. So I'm putting that one that way and that one's going that way. I think that's correct. That needs to go over a little bit. I'm at a funny angle here. Do you know, this lace is so pretty and so beautiful. It just sticks to the glue straight away. Where's my thing gone? There it is. Oh, I'm getting excited now. I was looking at it out the corner of my eye and I'm thinking, I know I should have done something down there. I'm not worried about that end because that's going inside the book. I think that's fine. Brilliant. All we need to do now, I hope you're still with me and I'm not doing this on my own. Sorry I'm so quiet. Lost my bounce a bit, haven't I? There we are. Now, let me cut this bit off now before I forget. Otherwise I'm not going to be able to get to it. Excellent. We'll keep that little bit. Let's tidy this up. And that's lifting a little bit by there. So that's it. That's done. And then we'll put more glue on here again. Just move my sewing machine over a little bit. Oh, look at my fingers. There we are. I've done that, done that. I think I'm running out of glue. No, we're okay. We're okay. No disasters here. When you make a mistake, don't panic. Just find a way of fixing it and you'll be fine. It's only paper. Yeah. I can't feel my fingers, look. Oh, this glue. So messy. I don't think anybody else gets this problem. It just seems to be me. There we go. Lovely. Gosh, I've been here ages, haven't I? I'm sorry. Keeping you all now. Right. Never mind, you can wind on the boring bits. There she is. So that's the back. Oh dear. Right. Right, there's the, I can't feel my fingers. All right. Oh, I haven't done that. Let me just do this, and then we'll take a look. Yes. And I'm going to keep that bit as well. So we've got a few bits. Put my lovely lace back on my plate because I've been a good girl, and I've been putting them back on my plate as I've finished with them. Sorry. All right, here we go. Now, they're going in there like so. And just wondering whether we're going to need some lace across here. I don't want to use the pink again, so I'll have a look through my stash and we'll sort that out tomorrow, ready for Thursday, or I may go back to my other journal, I'm not sure yet. But that's what she looks like inside. These are my pages, and I'm hoping I'm going to be able to use elastic so that I can get them in and out. And then we'll be putting pockets in. All right. And there she is. So hopefully we can get 2 signatures in. The only thing I'm worried about is whether or not she's going to get really full, because already that's what she's like. But I am pleased with her now. Now I've done this. That's exactly how I saw her. Oh, she's pretty, isn't she? We do need something down here, I think. And I don't think it would matter if I cut that in half. I don't really want to lose any of this lovely paper though. So we'll see. She feels nice. She does feel lovely. Just want to trim that bit then, and then I'm going to let you go. See if I can get into it. There we go. Isn't it funny, the things that annoy you? But there we are. So she looks really pretty, I think. So that bit's done. That bit's done. There we are. The inside is done. I'm disappointed with that, but that was my own fault. But I may put some lace pockets over the top of that, you know, or even a belly band would be nice, wouldn't it? That would be nice, because then you could still see through. And I wouldn't necessarily need to have anything in it, really, would I? If I didn't want to. And the same the other side. Let me just move that across. But I don't think I've got enough for both sides of that. But I have got more lace. I've got plenty of lace. And they don't have to be the same. So I'm going to leave it there, okay? So if you're still with me, thank you so much. And I shall be back tomorrow. Take care, look after yourselves, and look after each other. God bless you all. Bye.